go. There's the cues just on a 5-minute. I should be ready to make a move here shortly. I think eventually we'll come down, test this 604. I don't think the market is ready to give up yet. So I think we'll bounce in this range. I do think we topped actually, but we'll see. I actually think the market will bounce like down to 604, then come up to 610, then bounce to 600, then come up to 606, then down to 591. I think it'll have a big drop after Tuesday. Probably more related to Taiwan Semi than other news, but we'll see. And then I think we'll bounce from 591. Then I think we'll bounce up to 604, 605 again. Then I think we'll begin the bigger drops. So more around like Thursday, Friday. I just think the market's way too bullish to drop, just to start dropping. Although it could, I'm not going to discount that. Here's UVIX, which is basically leveraged VIX. And on the hourly, we have broken out, I'm pretty sure. Almost. Yeah, not quite, almost. Which goes along, I think it'll spike, bounce, and then bigger drop tomorrow, and then, yeah. Just how I think it goes. Here's the NASDAQ. Go out to the daily. Here's my short line or resistance that I drew. And it looks like we're coming off of there. So yeah. 24,730 is about where I think we drop to. And then bounce, rebound. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But I think we bounce. I think we do this thing where we drop and then we retrace 78% or 71%. And then we drop and retrace 71% and then drop and retrace 71%. Just like this whole thing did. Drop, retrace. Drop, retrace, drop, retrace, drop, retrace, drop, retrace, drop, retrace. It's just way too bullish to really give up yet. That'll come later. But yeah, I expect us to be in this kind of decline. And then by the end of the week, I expect us to have these types of candles. So we'll see. But I expect us to be, in something like this. So we'll see how that goes. Here's your VIX. Your VIX is turning around on the daily. Hourly, it's getting ready to pinch. We'll see. We're above the mid Bollinger, and the Bollingers are starting to pinch. So we'll see if we can pop above this 2220. And that would be resistance, formerly support. And it all depends on this. And look where we are. Right here, trying to break out. And here comes the Bollingers. Yeah, I think we break out of this. Oh, maybe we do start dropping today. We'll see. The market has been resilient with oil being up, though. I will say. I mean, the market's gone up with oil in the $30 more than it was. It's just ridiculous. But the market can be ridiculous. Yeah, if we break this, then I expect us to fly up here to the 114 range right quickly, because we should erase all this nonsense, because clearly the strait's closed. So all this happy nonsense is gone away. So we should recover that. I actually expect us to be back at 120, 130 pretty soon. I don't know if we do it this week, but we'll see. And that will put pressure. I shouldn't say will. That should put pressure on gold, which I expect to drop. I don't think this was the low, but I could be wrong. So we'll see. I can always be wrong. Let's look at my two big short positions. Still above support. That needs to start dropping. It needs to push this 50 MA down. So we'll see what kind of pressure gets put on this. That's very interesting. I'm bullish on these overall. I just think it's due for a drop. I think this is a head and shoulders, and I think we're due to come down to at least 60s, and I think we might even come down to the 20s. So we'll see. We'll see how this plays out. But I want to buy it when I get buy signals. This is something I want to own again. My other one is Iridium, and that one has that one ran way too high, too fast. So I was happy with that. I took profit on it right here at 30s, in the 30s. So then I went short on Friday. So we'll see how this goes. Actually, Thursday, but it wasn't quite the top. I think I went short at 34 and then 32. Again, this is something that I want to own, but here I'm looking at a pullback to 29 to 25. So we'll see how it reacts at 29. I'll take profit there, and then at 25, then I'll probably pull the rest of it and look to go bullish if I haven't already been forced out of the rest of it by then. On the bullish side, let's look at some energy. Endo, let's see if Endo's going to run. We should be. We've got to get above this here, 340. close above that. But that's a good start. I mean, that's a good bottom during market hours. So I like that. Let's see how fertilizer is doing. My preferred fertilizer. Doing nothing in pre-market. Excellent. Let's look at see if anything's moving. This is another one of my favorites. I hate this pre-market nonsense. Oh, they seem to be moving pre-market. Nutrien. Very good. ICL. It's really moving. This could be interesting if we flip this, but I don't know with both those pointing down. This is actually, if this pops, then that'll start to turn those, which is what it needs. So we'll see. It's already up 4% pre-market. I'll be watching this one today. PBR. Love this. Love it. Love it. Saw this breaking out. Was telling everybody I could find, hey, PBR. And there's the other. Let's see if EC is going to follow. It should. Yep. Fantastic. Yeah, this was down in the 13s. I couldn't believe that. I was like, give me all of that and then some. Cosmo looking good. Moo believes it has a bullish or bearish setup. Let's see, it could on the daily. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how this bounce goes. Just because oil bounces doesn't mean the oil companies will. Although I do believe OIH will. I think we're going to break through this. I really do. I think we're going to squeeze up and we're going to run to 450 right quick. That's what I think. And with that would be your formerly Schlumberger. Love it. Am I getting this wrong? I am. My brain has ceased to work. BKR. Baker Hughes. There we go. All right. Baker Hughes looking fantastic. That looks great. Let's look at the secret, the little oil that could. This is in the OIH. This is like the number 5 holding. SLB is the largest, and then it's Baker Hughes and Halliburton, then Nove. Halliburton looking good. All right. All right, all right, all right. Yeah, let's look at rig. Silliness. Yeah, I expect us to be back on our way. WTI popping. Yes. Oil looking good. Let's see if uranium's going to follow. Definitely not the hypers. Which is fine. I'm still bullish on this right now. SMR, I like now. I think that's our bottom. I think today will be our bottom, today or tomorrow. Nano, I liked. So if that's our bottom there, then I think Oklo still needs a drop. I don't accept this bottom. I might accept that, but it should be lower than that. Although we'll see. If this starts going up, then, I mean, clearly that's the bottom then. Denison. Gosh, I hate that. This looks bullish to me. That looks bullish to me. Yeah, these are all getting near buys, which makes sense because if oil's going to go up, then they're going to look for alternatives. And the number one alternatives should be uranium. Gosh, look at that. That is awesome. Awesome. Kosan, this is food. This is sugar, actually, I think. Sugar and ethanol. So there's your fuel replacement. Again, that looks really bullish. I think that's getting ready to pop. Vale, miners, this should get a pullback, but after that, should get a big pullback. I'm looking for something down here at 1270, and then I will be all over Vale. I sold out of ABEV. I panicked. I bought it down here, sold it up here, so it was a good trade. I just don't like it here. I think it's going to drop down again. I think I might get another shot at it at 250, which is above where my average was, but that's fine. I made good profit off of it. SID, this is steel. Steel's interesting because Iran had a large steel plant that they shipped everywhere. China doesn't have the energy to manufacture steel. Brazil does. And so does the United States. So steel is an interesting interesting position right here. That looks good. I mean, that might get a pullback, but that looks good. This is European steel. That's going to get, oh, geez, this is in the 60s again. Okay, it's starting then. Jeez. I wasn't paying attention. I was not paying attention. How'd I miss that? Well, they're going to supply the steel for the new European war machine, which is just kicking up. And they got another big ally there in Hungary. So that'll increase that. Yeah. That makes me wonder about Cliff. Cliff is tied to the auto industry, which is having serious issues. So I don't know what. That looks good, though. We ran outside the Bollinger, so I think. I don't like that as a bottom. I didn't like that as a bottom. But that doesn't mean we can't go up to 1020 and then drop. This one I did get in on. And that looks good again. It looks like we're ready to start rocking and rolling with that one again. So it looks like steel's kind of a hit and miss. So if steel's a hit and miss, but mostly hit, that should mean coal is ready to start going. And that does look like looks like we're getting there. These look like they're ready to start running now. Fantastic. Great. Warrior, come out and play. Peabody. This might be it's risky. But this might be a really good buy zone for Peabody. On the bottom, Bollinger 50 moving up on the weekly. I mean, above 30, and I think you're really good. But that, we've got bullish divergence there. I like this at least to bounce up to 33. And I think this could be a bigger bottom. Wow, that could be a huge, yeah, definitely looking at that one today. Put that on my list. Check it twice. Hallador. It's not going to show pre-market, but I think I said I thought Hallador was near my bottom. I thought if I would get lucky, it'd get into the 14s. It didn't. The buys that I had last week, the end of last week, I bought Otter Tail and I bought HE. Lion Electric. So let's see how those go. That may roll over. But I went off the belief that the XLU is going to break out. My belief is that we're going to break through this resistance and then it's going to be happy, happy fun times. I think we're going to blast up for utilities, and that would be a market negative because that's a run to safety, because utilities always make money. That's the theory anyways. Okay. With that, I think I'll close. We'll take one more look at the cues. A lot of nonsense. Again, I tell the group, if you're looking to buy something, you have to ask yourself, is it energy or is it VIX? And if it's not, you really need to take a second look at if you want to buy it. Here's one that may be bottoming. Rare earths may be bottoming. So this would be your USARs, your thought I had a section with them. Your LARs. And I know I'm missing a bunch in here. I'm pretty sure UAME. UAME is another one. All right. Those may be in the bottoming process or bottomed. So those are to watch. Okay, there's the cues. Again, it's still pre-market, but I expect a drop, 604 or so, then a bounce, and then we'll see how we go. That's just prediction. The market could just start dropping. I don't know. I just know I'm long energy and long VIX, and picking at other energy sectors like uranium, rare earths, which I'll link to energy, copper, but not silver or gold. All right, there's the cues. Let's see if the weekly, the weekly's still rolling over. So we'll see. We'll see if we pick up a bid or if we drop. All right, it's going to be a crazy week. Overall, I'm bearish, obviously, but I'm not crazy enough to start shorting a market that's going to chop people up like this. So I'd rather just be long energy and VIX. And I'll wait for the pop. And with that, be safe, be wise, be bold, and as always, good luck.